Hello and welcome back to my channel and to my rail shooter devlog. This will be the second devlog since the one I released yesterday was only about 4 minutes long. Um, I don't really have that much to talk about today, but um, I had a bit of a setback because I left the computer on with Unity in the background and came back after dinner, and when I started up the computer again it crashed, so I lost about 8 hours of work. So now I'm constantly saving everything I do and uploading to Git. Today, as you can see, I've been working on the UI a bit. I added these borders to all of the elements. The accuracy is working. Time left is working. The reload timer is kind of working. The score is not implemented yet. This is just a placeholder. One thing is that I'll show you real quick. Is that the UI is clipping with the 3D objects, which really sucks. Previously, I noticed that I could lean at this door. Now I removed that capability. I made a check so that you can only lean after you open the door. So I press E and now I can lean. Um, the score is still there, but I will implement some sort of system to um, well, first of all, I have the +5 or however many seconds you get. I have that system. Bullseye, you get +5 seconds to the timer. I might change that. The accuracy is working. And now the reload blinking menu or the warning sign is up. So that's really cool. I wish that it didn't do that last little blink. Like, probably it should stop blinking while you're reloading. So what I want to do is calculate from the time it takes for the waypoint to move. Like however many seconds it's been active, I want to make that into the score. So if you're fast at shooting it, you get a higher score. And if you hit the bullseye, you get more time. So it's like a win-win. Um, Previously, before my crash, I had built out this entire area. I had added I have currently, I think, 5 waypoints. Let's see here. Sorry, I have 8 waypoints. Um, I added, let's see, where's the, how come I can't see the, I can't turn the camera. Anyway, so I added um, visual cues between the waypoints. I couldn't see them in the editor earlier, but now I can actually see them. Oh, because I was in 2D mode. Okay. So now the waypoints are always visible, and I can see this blue is, I think, the angle at which, sorry, no, the red is the angle at which they're looking at. And they're all a bit clumped up here in the beginning because you switch from side to side. And that's mostly just for testing. I wanted to test both leaning options. You can lean to the left and to the right. I want to implement so that you can kneel. Like if you look at Time Crisis for mobile, I think Uh, Sorry, let me go up. Their only cover is going down, I think. I saw an icon here. Oh, this one here. So you can see you standing and kneeling. That's it. This is for mobile, so it's a bit different. One thing is that I guess you're tapping, so it's kind of hard to control it. And this is what I want. I want to use the gun to shoot. And this looks really like Scarlet Monastery in World of Warcraft. And this is kind of the UI that I'm striving for, with the white and the border, black border. Let's see. That's what I've been doing here. I'm thinking I changed the gun model to a lower resolution, like less poly, simpler model, and the gun casings are simpler also, or the ammo. Um, so now I feel like earlier I built out like an entire section here with a kitchen and like the dining area, and I'm gonna have to do it again. Currently, before I had the capability of going left or right. I removed that for now, so I'm just building one waypoint or one path at the moment. And I can show you real quick how the waypoints work. So you could have a normal waypoint, which is just a transform and the player moves towards it. And from that waypoint, you set the next waypoint in the list. Um, you can set at the look at target. So when you get to the waypoint, this is what you will be looking at from here to here. And then obviously this waypoint also has a door controller, so you have to open the door before the game starts and the timer starts ticking. And not all, but most of the waypoints have a cover. And from this cover script, I can set um, how the character is going to move at the waypoint. So now I have it set to left or right, plus 1.5. So it's going to take 1.5 of these steps. So he's going to arrive about here. 1.5 tilting towards the left, minus 60. So he's going to look this way and go around the corner. So that's how it's set up. For the waypoint number 2, it's just the opposite. So he's taking 1.5, taking a 1.5 step to the left. If I can navigate. So he'll be at the same spot just about, and look towards the right, plus 60. I also have a move speed modifier. I'm not really using it right now. I've set them all to 5. The only issue is that if I forget to set it, if I set it to 0, it appears, I'll just do it now real quick, it appears like I messed up the code because I'm pressing space and nothing is happening. Space is the cover button. You see now I'm pressing and nothing is happening because I set it to 0. So whenever, it's been a couple of times where I'm just looking at the code like it should work, what's going on? And this is why. I can move the character in all sorts of directions, in all transform directions. The only issue I've had is kneeling down because previously like I'll show you in the scene view. Let me just move. sorry. Let me just remove the game to my other screen, and I'll show you in the scene view how it looks. Um, I don't know if I showed you this, but the character doesn't have a texture, no model, no nothing. So this is how it looks. Like the character is actually moving from left to right, and it, however, it's a shame because I cannot change the tilt and these settings in runtime. So I don't know if that's something I could change somehow. But and the issue I had with this was that whenever I wanted to like kneel down, the character would just fall to the floor whenever I tried to get up again. Like it would push through the floor, and I don't really know why that happened. Or yeah, like physics issues. I thought of one thing that maybe could fix that, and that was the rigid body. Maybe could have used a higher physics detection system. Yeah, you see. Anyway, so um, today's devlog is just that while I was like tilting off, and after dinner, after I came back, I decided to start my Trello just to like organize all my stuff. I finished or I started on some of these things. Um, Redo all animations. I kind of did them. I made a bit sloppier this time. Um, so like one thing I don't know anything about is the lighting. Like that's gonna be something really to learn. Um, and just keep building the map, I guess, is the next step. Let's see, 12 minutes. I'll keep going for a bit. And obviously, I need to. I think I talked about it last episode, but like texturize all of these uh, things. Um, Currently, I turned off. I disabled all of the second floor because it's a mistake that I even started the second floor at this point. I should build one floor at a time, and I should only continue to the second floor once this first floor is done, so that I can always stay on top of the map. Like it's not fun to like if I activate all of these guys, like I can't see anything, and I don't know any way to fix that apart from disabling it. Like I wish it would have like like the Sims where you could see through the walls if you're like if the camera is in a certain angle. That would be nice. So I'm thinking this is gonna be key. Um, Currently, all of my uh, waypoints are based around cover, which makes it really like stuttery. You just move from waypoint to waypoint and shoot. I would like to have a way to like, or some waypoints that are run and gun, where you're like, while you're moving, you're shooting also like a bit more action. It gets um, quite predictable, like after a while, or after a couple of waypoints, that it's like you stop, you look around the corner, and there's some enemies, and then you just repeat the same cycle, and it gets boring. I mean, it is a rail shooter, so you can't really expect much from that. Um, I know that. Um, let's see, where was that screenshot? Let's see. I know that, like in House of the Dead, the enemies like throw stuff at you that you can like. They have like access that you can like shoot away. Um, and this game is more like zombie themed, which I think is not a bad idea. But the only like downside is that they do have range weapons, but it's not really a zombie theme. I don't know. So um, I think I'm gonna keep the military style, um, and just have like enemies with weapons. But um, I didn't really decide. It's between those two things, like either some sort of monsters or military theme, possibly like just aliens, which is like a combination of the two, I guess. Um, what else? I've been looking at fonts. Uh, I kind of like this one, Sig Arcade. It's a good like uh, middle ground between old school and a bit higher resolution. And what else? Let me just see. The map needs to get improved. I'll bring back the screen. Like these UI elements, I'm not 100% sold on them. They do look nice. I mean, it's much better than just having them see through like I had it before. This one looks okay, I think, but uh, the gun doesn't really look very nice with the blue. Um, what else? I want to move the +5 from the target to here so that you'll see the scrolling text coming up here and a bit bigger, I guess, so you can see it. But since I have the dong sound whenever you shoot them, I think that maybe that's enough. But I will have the scrolling text here. But you don't need to see the +5 on your screen every time you shoot them. However, I will also have a scrolling text for plus however many points you get up here. Just like in, I don't, okay, they do have, this UI is very much bare bones. And it's not bad actually. Um, one thing is that I'm thinking of getting rid of the 3D gun. It's been too much of a hassle to have a 3D object here for no real reason. Like, it's just a cool effect. I might as well just have a sprite because that way, like, this won't be glitching into the walls. And yeah, but I do like the model, so I don't know how to incorporate it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you'll just pick it up in the beginning or something. Um, Also, on that topic, I'll talk about this little ticket. Is that I want to, like, probably after every level, like based on your score, you can purchase upgrades and improve your character. I'm thinking that it could be like what's it called? Like enter the gungeon, because that is a isn't that a dungeon crawler? Yes, a gun-based dungeon crawler, which would be really cool. Like, imagine if I had like rooms, um, which were like were kind of randomized, and you would have to clear the room and then move to the next room and get a new randomized room, and just like have an infinite uh, game loop like that. That would be so cool. But I'm not really sure how to implement that. I guess I would just have to make some modular room. I don't know. Anyway, so that's it for this devlog. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you're enjoying this series. Thank you. Bye.